Welcome to episode 2 of Unfinished Business, this Football Manager 2011 series that I managed to rediscover after 5 years of not playing this save. I've gone back in time. I've gone back to when I was a young, lonely 19-year-old man playing Football Manager in my pants all day in the summer of 2011. Glorious times. For those of you that missed episode 1, maybe go and check it out first. I would suggest watching it first so you have an idea of the context behind this series. I also did a preview video where I showed you how I managed to get promoted all the way from the Conference South to the Premier League with Chelmsford City and finished third in my last season in that Premier League, meaning I've got Champions League football. I also won the World Cup with Morocco, which was an incredible achievement. I actually never lost a game with Morocco. I was looking back at my Morocco achievements, and the first thing I did was win the Confederations Cup after they'd won the African Nations Cup before I arrived. And in my 16 or so months in charge of Morocco, I didn't lose a single game and I won the World Cup. Pretty amazing stuff. But now I'm England manager and I've got my first 2 England matches today. I'm going to show both of them for you in this episode 2. And this is the England team. There's a mixture of real life players that you'll recognise, but also some regens. I will go through the players in a second. But first of all, I'm just going to show you how I've got on in my last 2 games with Chelmsford City since the last episode. So in episode 1, I did beat Burnley 3-0, really good win. But then I lost 1-0 against Fulham, and pretty disappointing result really. James Jones, who's actually a really good England striker, with the winning goal. And we just couldn't break them down. We had more shots, possession we had slightly less of, but I was very disappointed. However, they are actually top of the league, winning all 3 of their games so far. So they are a strong team on this. They've got some very good players in their ranks. So maybe it's not as bad as a result as I first thought. But then I beat Newcastle 1-0. Thanks to another goal from Bindiwold. We'll have a look at this goal, I think. My wonderful Greek striker with another goal for me. Let's have a look at this. It was Pablo Piatti, the legend, with the assist. Lovely through ball, and Bindiwold calmly finished into the bottom left hand corner. So really good win there. It does mean we are 6th in the table after 3 games. Really early days so far. 4 goals scored, 1 conceded. Seem to be relatively solid at the back, which is pleasing. And I have made one more signing, which is basically, I've spent all the money I possibly can now, so there won't be any more signings. In fact, the transfer window's ended, so there definitely won't be any more signings. But the player brought in was a Croatian, Alen Rados, with 2 caps for Croatia, 24 years old. Now he's a bit of a specialist because he's brilliant at dribbling, great free kick taker, great penalty taker, good technique, flair off the ball, creativity. So he's one of those. He's a flair player effectively. He can produce something from nothing, and I've spent 6.5 million on him. Aston Villa only bought him last year for 3 million, so it's quite a lot of money for him. Like I said, I've now spent all the money I possibly can this summer, but I like the look of him. He has been injured for 3 weeks though, so he didn't play in the last game, unfortunately, but he should be back after the international break, which is good news. But I'm hoping he can produce some magical moments for me. I've got a pretty big squad now looking at this. Lots of options in attacking midfield, depending on the sort of play that I want to do. Anyway, today then, we're playing 2 games with England. First of all, a friendly against Australia, and then it's the first Euro Championship qualifying against Bulgaria. This is my group. Bulgaria, Armenia, Wales and Malta. We're only in a 5-team group, so there should be fewer games for me. I think the top place goes through and the second place goes into a playoff, but surely we should get through this group. Wales aren't that great on this save. Obviously in real life they're pretty strong, but on this, I mean, they're alright. They've got Gareth Bale, who's pretty strong, pretty good player, but not as good as in real life. They didn't quite rate him as highly on this game. Where is he? He's not even in the team. This is Gareth Bale. He's 33 years old as well, so he might have retired from international duty, I don't know. They've also got Aaron Ramsey, who looks very good on this save actually. He's at Sunderland though. And there's a few regens in there, I suppose. But Bulgaria, first game, it's probably going to be the toughest game of the group actually, because I think let's have a look. They are, oh no, they're 56th in the world, so we really should be beating them. Australia are 23rd in the world, so that could be a tougher game actually today. And I'm just going to show you the players. The last game England played actually was against my Morocco team, where they lost on penalties. So I've got Joe Hart still. He's 35 years old, 107 caps for England. There's not really any decent regen goalkeepers that have come through yet. it's all about these older players. Joe Lewis I've decided to put in there instead. There's a few options. There's Fraser Forster, I think Foster as well, possibly still around. Not 100% sure about that, but Joe Lewis is in the team. They're all old goalkeepers in their 30s, in their mid-30s. But yeah, I've put him in. He's never played for England, but I think I might give him a game against Bulgaria. And I'm going to play Alex Smithies today, 32 years old. For whatever reason, Reading are paying 180 grand a week. Reading, I think, have been bought out by some ridiculous owners. And they must have been. Because why the hell? They've got a Hungarian chairman. I don't. They're predicted to finish fourth. I think they were bought out. I have this feeling that they were bought out, and they're paying certain players huge amounts of money. Carlos Miranda and Alex Smithies are all on 180 grand a week. So I think they've got big money. Anyway, Alex Smithies, I'm going to give him a chance. Now, the two real life right backs in the England team, ironically, the two best right backs I've chosen for this, Kyle Walker and Nathaniel Klein. Now, they weren't as highly rated on FM11, I don't think, as they were perhaps in more recent games, but they've turned out to be decent players. Nathaniel Klein's only got 15 caps for England. Looks very different at that age, doesn't he? But Kyle Walker, 52 caps for England. Certainly the main man at right back. Now, I've got lots of options in central defence, sort of defensive midfielders, versatile players who can play anywhere. One of them is Aidan Edwards. He's not been capped for England yet, but I've stuck him in there. Obviously needed to put I needed to put 26 players in the squad, which seems quite a lot to me. So he's in there. Jack Robinson is the best left back around. His pace, his acceleration is pretty low really for a left back. Plays for Man City. He is a very good player, so we'll see how he does. Gary Shilton is the other left back option. He's been capped at under 21 level, plays for Arsenal, but he hasn't been capped for England yet. He's a more pacey option to come on. However, crossing and dribbling are very poor. So he's got the pace and acceleration to get down that left hand side, but he doesn't really have the ability to go past men or knock a good ball into the box. So he's a bit of a strange player. If we could combine Gary Shilton and Jack Robinson, we'd have an exceptional player on our hands. Now, the only Chelmsford City player in the squad is Joseph Aman, who I signed from Nice, remember, in France, this summer. 23 caps, 1 goal for England. He's going to be playing left midfield for me. I'm going for the classic. I have to do it. I'm going for classic 4-4 fudging 2. Because I'm England manager. I can't even remember the last time I did 4-4-2 on Football Manager. Have you ever used 4-4-2 in Football Manager? I had a couple of friends that would only use 4-4-2 on FM. And it worked really well for them, but I've never managed to get it working. So we'll see if we can get it working today. Anyway, moving on. Josh Fagan is a centre-back option. 59 caps and 2 goals for England. Looks really, really good, actually. But he's not going to be... No, he is going to be playing today. Him and Phil Jones are going to be playing. Kevin Parks is another really good, solid centre-back. 2 caps, 1 goal at the age of 27. Hasn't really been rated by England, but I like the look of him. He's got great defensive attributes. Plays for Man City as well. Then we've got Lee Jones, plays for Roma, who's got 45 caps and 4 goals for England. So he's a really good centre-back option. The captain of the team, who can play centre-back and central midfield, Jack Rodwell. He's developed really well on this game. Was a player on FM11 that would always develop brilliantly. He plays for Chelsea. He's England captain, 31 years old, 84 caps, 7 goals. He's going to be my sort of holding central midfielder, ball-winning midfielder. Now at the back, I'm playing Phil Jones, who is another player developed really well. Exceptional mental and physical attributes, as you can see there, but pretty good technical attributes as well. Nathaniel Harris is going to be playing central midfield alongside Rodwell. Looks really, really good. He's only got 9 caps for England, 25 years old, but I love the look of him. Passing 19. He can play sort of any central midfield position, I think, because he's got good tackling and heading, so he could play defensive midfield very well. But because of that passing, I've put him in midfield. I think he's going to play as a box-to-box midfielder because of acceleration and pace as well. We'll see how he goes, because he's got great work rate and teamwork, so I think a box-to-box midfield role for him should work nicely. Next we've got Sam Russell, 9 caps for England, plays for Reading, earning 63k a week. They can pay big money. Billy Hayes is in the England team for the first time, 16 youth caps, plays for Stoke. He's got a good long shot, so he adds something a bit different to the team, I think. Jack Wilshere put him in. He's not going to be playing today, but he's got 36 caps and 4 goals for England. Plays for Chelsea. Ian Wood is probably the best right midfielder that I have. Really good corners, crossing, first touch. I mean, he's got everything you need from a winger. Crossing 17, acceleration and pace. Pace of 20. He's a speed demon. He's contracted to Man City as well. Theo Walcott is next. He's probably the top goal scorer in the team with 36 goals in 71 games. I was borderline. I wasn't sure whether to put him in. Decided to put him in the squad simply because of his record for England previously. He is 33 now though, so this might be his last chance to prove himself for England. Same with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's a player that he looks alright, nothing spectacular, but there wasn't really that many options, to be honest, for the wings. So I've put him in there. He's a versatile player as well, so he can play anywhere for me. He's only got 7 caps for England and 1 goal. Jonjo Shelvey is also another player. I wasn't sure whether to put him in, but like I said, there's not a huge number of options. I need some experience as well as some regens in there, so I've put Shelvey in there as well. He plays for Fulham. Daniel Sturridge is another player with experience. 35 goals in 63 games for England. He's turned out pretty good on this save. Plays for Aston Villa. Still pretty decent at the age of 33. Good finishing and still pretty good physicals as well. Now these are the main men. The other striking options. Rob Yeoman, who looks like a decent target man. 19 heading, like the new Andy Carroll. I showed Andy Carroll in episode 1. He had a ridiculous goal scoring record. But this guy is basically the new Andy Carroll, I think. He plays for Stoke City. 2 goals in 12 games for England. But the two main men, James Jones, 9 goals in 15 games for England. Fantastic finishing off the ball, pace and acceleration to burn. And Peter Hall, 5 goals in 11 games for England. Relatively, a newcomer to the team. But he's similar, but he's also got good heading. So he's a different option up front as well. So, the team to face Australia. We've got Smithies in goal, Walker, Fagan, Phil Jones, Robinson, Ammon, Rodwell, Harris, Wood, Hall and Jones. Let's do this. Let's get on with today's first match. Please smash the like button once again. That'd be much appreciated. I was going to record this after episode 1. After I'd uploaded. Obviously I'm recording after episode 1. But I was going to record it after I'd uploaded episode 1. But I was itching to do this. Itching to play another game and record another video. So I haven't seen the feedback from episode 1. I'm assuming that some of you like it, some of you don't, but hopefully there's plenty of you that will be following the journey of Chelmsford City and England as well. Probably more interested in Chelmsford, aren't you? But I thought I'd show you my first couple of England games because this was I want to ask. I don't have an assistant manager. I need to do this myself. Wait a second. Probably should get an assistant manager, shouldn't I? I hate doing these opposition instructions. Takes forever. But yeah, I wanted to show you this England match because it was an ambition of mine from the start of the saves to eventually manage England. I couldn't get the England job previously. I got the Morocco job and won the World Cup, so I've proven myself as an international manager. And they offered me the job and I've taken it. And corner early on. I really like the FM11 match engine. It looks really slick. We can also look at on TV view here, but I quite like just being able to see some of the other screen a bit better. Maybe you prefer me to watch it in TV view, but I don't know. Here we go. Here's Wood early on, and we've got a goal. Peter Hall with an easy finish, an open goal. Wood was the creator, had the initial shot. We're 1-0 up. My first England goal. Fantastic stuff. I was going to put like an England shirt on an England flag as well, which I have, but didn't really want to look like an EDL member. Here goes James Jones into Hall. 2-0 straight away. Brilliant assist from Jones, and Hall gets his second of the match. We're destroying Australia with a bloody 4-4-2. It's working wonderfully. Watch this again. Let's see the replay for this one. Lovely ball through, and Hall. Beautiful. I've done a few tactical adjustments. It's not just a normal 4-4-2. I've done some player instructions as well, made it a little bit fancy. And we're dominating this match. We really are. We've got a good team. This is where it goes terribly wrong now, and we concede 3 goals in the space of 3 minutes. Kyle Walker into Harris. Lovely ball. Oh, beautiful outway to Ammon, the Chelmsfordian. It crossed in. Fagan to Robinson. Lovely splayed ball at wide. Ammon. Rodwell, the captain. Phil Jones, the vice captain. Harris. Lovely play. James Jones. Goal! 3-0. This is magnificent. This is going a lot better than I thought it would. I know it's a friendly, but still, this is brilliant stuff. And he's punching the corner flag, having a fine old time down there. Now, FM Live was still around in Football Manager 2011. I never played FM Live. I know it had a real hardcore fan base, but some people loved FM Live. But I never played it. I've heard good things about it, and I think something similar will be coming to Football Manager at some point. Phil Jones into Kyle Walker. Charging forwards. Come on, Kyle. Wood. Hall. Running down the right hand side. What's he going to do? He's going to go it alone. Oh, Harris. Oh, that should have been 4. It was great play from Peter Hall. Thought he was going to cross it early, but decided to just dink in, run around. And we've had 10 shots and they've had 0 and 66% possession as well. Declare yourself pleased. It's just so much more simple back then, the team talk. They didn't have to do passionate or assertive or aggressive or any of that nonsense. Although I don't really mind doing that, but it takes longer to play the newer games. The older games, I guess, are a bit more like what FM Classic is now. I'm going to make some changes. Jack Robinson's going to come off. I don't have a left back option actually. I'm not going to take Jack Robinson off. I'll bring Phil Jones off for Kevin Parks actually. Let's give him a run out. And Jack Rodwell, the captain, can come off, and we will throw on good old Jack Wilshere. Can't really play as a... Oh, we can swap him with Harris, can't we? Harris can play the ball-winning midfield role to perfection. So I did say in episode 1 I'd show my Chelmsford tactics in a bit more detail today. I'll probably show that in episode 3 now, because this is an England episode. Here's Ammon. Harris, lovely ball into James Jones, offside. Good play though. Corner, which Wood takes, crossed in. Oh, it's over the bar from Fagan. Oh, lovely ball to Hall here. Hall running through. Can he put the ball into the box? It's a corner. Should have crossed that really, but never mind. We've won a corner, which Wood's going to take again. Headed away quite easily. Great start to this game, but it's quietened down a bit now. We're not able to make a breakthrough as Australia, I guess, just trying to hold on and try and not be embarrassed. But here's another chance, which Hall lobs over the bar of a header. I think it's time to make some substitutes. I'm going to take off Peter Hall, who's got 2 goals. I'm going to bring on Sturridge, and Yeoman's going to come on for James Jones. And Yeoman is going to play as a target man. What's Sturridge good at, do you think? Poacher? I suppose he's good as a poacher. Deep line forward? Yeah, he probably suits deep line forward actually, doesn't he? Let's go for this. Something a bit different. They've not had a single shot in this game. Going to bring Lee Jones on for Fagan for the last 10 minutes. As, Australia have their first shot of the game. This is the end then. Can Yeoman score? Oh, he's fired it over the bar. Remember to turn the sound off today, so there's no annoying crowd noises in the background. Or maybe some of you actually like that, I don't know. I haven't seen the feedback from episode 1 yet. Ammon, what's he going to do here? Down the wing for Yeoman. Yeoman. Oh, lovely ball to Cole, but that's the end. And we've won 3-0 after 3 early goals. A comfortable win in the end. Sensational performance, especially the first 15 minutes or so. And man of the match for Peter Hall. Let's just have a look at the tactics then that I'm using. It's 4-4-2. These are the team instructions. Pretty simple stuff. I'm using Peter Hall, although he's a poacher, I'm using him as a target man, run onto ball, because it just works so well on FM11. I talked about it in the last episode. I hinted that's what I do with Chelmsford City, and I'm doing the same with England, and it's working pretty well, to be honest. Those are the team instructions. Let's get on with this second game. Only 2 changes. Oh, there's 2 players outside the matchday squad. Let's get this sorted. We don't need 2 centre-backs on the bench, do we? Let's put John Joe. No, let's put Billy Hayes on the bench. He could make his debut possibly today. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay, submit team. Yeah, the only 2 changes. I put Joe Lewis in goal for his England debut at the age of 34, and Nathaniel Klein is playing right back. I was tempted to put Jordan Spence into the team because of his legendary status in my eyes, but decided against it. Could possibly get in the team though, because there's not that much choice at right back apart from Walker and Klein, to be honest. There's not really any young regens in that position. There's a few left backs, but Jack Robinson is the best option. Let's wish the players luck and play. Go on, Phil Jones, run after that. There we go, calm and collected into Harris. Early on in this game, can we get a nice goal? Here goes James Jones. cut it in, and firing it wide. That was a chance. He did well initially, but should have done better with the finish. And it's a free kick to Bulgaria. And oh, it was a good save from Joe Lewis, but it was offside anyway. Choshkov, Fagan, Phil Jones, Robinson, Ammon. See, if I can win a competition with England, I might get knighted. That'd be fantastic stuff. As Peter Hall just heads it wide. Sir Paul of Football Manager. Robinson, back to Phil Jones. All the way back to Joe Lewis. We're just trying to find our way in this game, working the opposition out. That's what I think anyway. We're keeping hold of the ball anyway. Here's Harris. Nice ball into Hall. Wood out wide to Klein. He's overlapping. Wood scores! Brilliant. Great assist from Klein as well. They worked well down that right hand side together, and we're 1-0 up. 10th goal for England for Wood. Some of these regions are actually quite old. You may have seen there weren't actually that many. I don't think I've got any under 21 players in there. Most of the players are at least, I think, was Peter Hall 22 or James Jones 22? One of them's 22, I think. Peter Hall is 22. Yeah, he's the younger one. But he got 2 goals in that last game. 7 goals in 12 games for England. Really good record. Here's Toshkov for Bulgaria. We've still got it on attack, and we're at home. We're at Wembley. We should be beating Bulgaria. But here go Bulgaria on the attack. Crossing it in. Looking dangerous. Joe Lewis couldn't get anyone near that, but fortunately went across to face a goal. Come on, guys. Win the ball back. And that's well wide. There's a lot of curly shots on this game, I've noticed. They get a lot of curl on it, which is like, whoom, like a banana. James Jones. Oh, good ball in. Klein hits it wide. Here he is again. He's been all over the ball today. Rodwell. Tackled. Free kick. Dangerous position. Let's kill this into the back of the net. Come on, guys. Yellow card for Bulgaria. Bulgaria. Harris. Look at that curl. You might not have seen it very clearly, but it just went whoom. Nice header into Hall. What's he going to do here? Through to James Jones. Come on, James Jones. Great name. JJ into Aman. Oh, hits the side netting. My man Aman. Lots of J's in this team actually. Josh, Jack, Joseph, James, Joe, Jack. How many Jacks are there? Bloody hell. Okay, we are 1-0 up at half time. It's working okay. Nothing amazing. I'm not going to make any changes. I'm going to encourage the team. I want to try and get this first competitive win under my belt. I'm still unbeaten in international management. That's some achievement. Here's Wood. Lovely. Hall. Yeah, that's an assist for Wood. It might go down. Might not go down as an assist for him, but Hall gets his 3rd goal in 2 games. He's my main man in that poacher position, just scoring goals for fun. Exceptional player, and we're 2-0 up. It's made it more comfortable. I'm going to go counter because they're going to have to attack now. That's my theory anyway. If we go counter, then we might be able to get a few more goals. Come on, Wood. What's he going to do? He's got so much space. Just run into it. He decides to pass instead. Here's Klein. Into Harris. Into Hall. Into Rodwell. Rodwell. That was pretty awful in the end. Let's bring Billy Hayes on for Rodwell for his England debut. Passing it around at the back now. Here's Aman on the ball. What are we going to do? 30 minutes to go. We're just controlling the game. It's into Hall. Can he get a second? He's hit the post. Wood scores his second. Do you know the Muffin Man? The Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? Free kick, Wood into the box. Oh, it's in the back of the net from Fagan. 4-0. We're dominating now. Great stuff from us. Going to take Peter Hall off. He's on a yellow. I'm going to put on Rob Yeoman. 4-0 up. I said it would be easier than the Australia game, and it's turned out to be the case. Ian Woods had a cracking game. Here's James Jones. What's he going to do here? Was all by himself, but ends up getting the shot away. Lewis has had an easy debut, and it might be his only ever game for England, to be honest. I don't know if I'll ever play him again. I think Joe Hart still looks the best goalkeeper, to be honest. But I'm giving other goalkeepers a chance. I'll see if there's any decent young players, and maybe stick them in the first team. Corner, headed away by Phil Jones. Wood into Yeoman. What are we going to do here? Yeoman charging forwards. Maybe a target man, but he's still got a bit of pace. Here's Wood, gets his hat-trick. Ah, brilliant performance from him. Ah, this 4-4-2 is working really well. Just keeping it simple. I know I'm playing weaker opposition, but I've just dominated both games quite comfortably. Let's watch this one again. It's great stuff. Wood running through. cutting back and placing it through the keeper. Into the bottom left hand corner. Let's make my last substitute then. Make quick sub. Do I have a sub left? I think I do. Let's bring off the hat-trick hero for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain and give him a standing ovation, because that's what he deserves. He's not going off yet. Wait. Patience, Paul. Wait. Off he goes now. He deserved that. Oh, James Jones, can he get a 6 for England? He does! He gets 2 in 2 himself. He scored in the last game. He scores today. 6-0. This is domination. This is better than I expected. Wonderful stuff. I'm actually good at Football Manager 2011. I was so much better at this game than other games. Look at him go. Calmly into the bottom left hand corner. Sensational performance from the England boys. I should be England manager. In real life, I think, because of this performance. Hat-trick from Wood and an assist. 9.7 average rating. And of course, we're top of the table after that first game. So, brilliant start to my England career. Next episode, I'm going to play a few games with Chelmsford. So I play Everton. My first Champions League match is against Inter Milan. This is my group. Inter Milan, Rapid Vienna and Valencia. So it's a pretty tough group because Inter were one of the strongest teams back then, and I think they're not the holders, of course, because we're in 2022. Man City are the holders, but let's have a look. Look at the English domination. Chelsea United, Chelsea Man City. England have dominated the last few. It just seems to be on Football Manager. But Juventus have lost 4 of their last 6 finals. It's pretty unlucky. Anyway, I think Inter will be a tough group. Valencia will be a tough team as well. Rapid Vienna should beat them, but it's a manageable group. I hope we can get through. I hope we're not completely overawed by the new situation of Champions League football, and we can play well. But like I said, I'm going to be playing against Everton, Inter, Reading, Liverpool. I'm going to show the Valencia and West Ham game. So the team I support, makes sense to play them. And also Valencia, second Champions League game. So I'm going to play 5 games behind the scenes. And episode 3 will be Valencia and West Ham United. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Please smash the like button if you've enjoyed today's episode, bit of England action. And say hi in the comment section below. I will see you in episode 3. Toi.